Igbo Area TV, on the Igbo.
The EKUMEKU movement consisted of a series of uprisings against the rising power of the Royal Niger Company of the British Empire by Anioma people in present-day Delta State. The British penetration of Nigeria met with various forms of resistance throughout the country. In the south, the British had to fight many wars, in particular the wars against the Ijebu, a Yoruba group, in 1892. The Arrow of Eastern Igboland in 1901 to 1902, and from 1883 to 1914, the Anioma in Western Igboland. Now let's look at the war. The EKUMEKU movement dates 1883 to 1914. Location: Onisha-Olona, Isele-Ukwu, Onisha-Ugbo, Isele-Asaba, Obio, Umunede, other Aniosha communities, Abo and Onisha, a lower Niger River. And the result, the British had victory. Territorial changes, the establishment of Southern Nigeria Protectorate. Belligerents, British Empire, now EKUMEKU organization. Commanders and leaders. On the British side, we have Major Festin, W.E.B. Crawford Copeland, Lieutenant Colonel H.C. Morehouse, S.O. Crewe. Now on the EKUMEKU organization, Dunku Isusu of Onisha-Olona, Maya Nwa Isusu of Onisha-Olona, Oche Nwa Areze of Onisha-Olona, Elumelu Okachi of Onisha-Olona, Nwabuzo Iyogolo, Awuno Ugbo, Nzekwe, Agbambu Nwa Oshue of Ibuzo, Idabo of Isele-Ukwu, Abuzo of Idumoje Uno, Idegwu Otokpoike of Uburu-Ukwu, Ochie Agodi, Agbambu Oshue, Shede Nwoji, etc. Now let's look at the strength. On the British side, they had hundreds of soldiers, and on the EKUMEKU side, they have hundreds of soldier members, hundreds of EKUMEKU members. Now on the casualties, the British had minor, while on the EKUMEKU, minor with mass imprisonment. Now let's look at the history. The opposition was strong in Anioma land, where a series of wars waged against the British. The EKUMEKU, who were well organized and whose leaders were joined in secrecy oaths, effectively utilized guerrilla tactics to attack the British. Their forces, which were drawn from thousands of Anioma youth from all parts of Anioma land, created many problems for the British, but the British used forceful tactics and heavy armaments, destroying homes, farms, and roads to prevail. The EKUMEKU, however, became a great source of Anioma nationalism. The EKUMEKU movement is unique in Anioma history and Igbo history in general for two reasons. First, the length of time the movement endured, comprising military campaigns over a period of 31 years. 31 years. Secondly, it is an outstanding example in Anioma civilization of an attempt to unite previously disunited states to resist the colonial army. You have seen that one crucial reason for Anioma's defeat was the great discrepancy of skill between the average Anioma community and the colonial army. The British decided on a preemptive strike and in December 1902 sent a powerful expedition that systematically destroyed a number of towns and imprisoned their leaders. This is what's assumed was the end of the EKUMEKU. The EKUMEKU and other secret societies have been completely broken. In 1904, the EKUMEKU rose again. This time they changed their tactics mistakenly. It would seem in retrospect, abandoning the united guerrilla warfare of the 1898 for the individual defense of each town. The last act of the Eureka drama began in late 1909. The occasion was a succession dispute in Ogwashiukwu. One of the claimants, Nzekwe, the son of the last Obi, feared that the British would deprive him of his throne and decided to fight for his inheritance. On November 2, 1909, the British sent an expedition to Ogwashiukwu, but they failed in the expedition. The British perceived in the whole Asaba hinterland sympathy with the EKUMEKU, a disposition to throw off government authority. In 1911, there was a final roundup of the EKUMEKU leaders in various towns that were followed once more by imprisonments. The acting lieutenant governor of the southern provinces sent an agitated telegram to Lagos. The whole country is above area. Is the state of rebellion. Reinforcement arrived from Lokoja and the British proceeded to a confrontation at Akebe. We quote both the contemporary British accounts of the battle at Nkwo Market. The war. With the invasion of Ndoni in 1870 and bombardment of Onisha on 2nd November 1897, the stage was set for the EKUMEKU War that engulfed the whole of Anioma. The Royal Niger Company, RNC, commanded by Major Festin, engaged Ibusa in 1898, and in 1904 it was the people of Owa Ikunzu against the British in a war that W.E.B. Crawford Copeland requested for more arms to crush the Western Anioma communities. Owa would once again engage the British in 1906 in battle that S.O. Kriwe lost his own life. On 2nd November 1909, it was finally the turn of Ogwashiukwu who matched the British. In this war, the British sustained many casualties with the death of H.C. Chapman. Aftermath. Although the EKUMEKU failed in 1914, but the Western Anioma treasure their memory as an imperishable legacy. Heroes included Dunkus Isus of Onisha Olona, Mabuzo Iyogolo of Ogwashiukwu, Awuno Ugbo, Obi of Akomazi, Abambu Oshue of Ibuzo, Idabo of Iselo Azaba, Oshai Areze of Onisha Olona, Abuzo of Idumejuno, Idegwu Otokboike of Uburukwu are still remembered in Anioma land and Igbo land in general. The EKUMEKU War is one of the most vigorous campaign of opposition to the British Empire and inspired later rebellions such as the Mau Mau of Kenya.
Thanks for watching Igbo Area TV. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also click the bell icon. Like our Facebook page. Join our Facebook group. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Bye for now.